Your brain is not finished. Not even close. For most of human history, scientists believed the brain you were born with was essentially the brain you were stuck with. Neurons died, connections faded, and nothing new replaced them. The brain was considered fixed, permanent, a finished product delivered at birth and slowly worn down by time. That idea is now dead. And the thing that killed it might surprise you. It wasn't a drug. It wasn't a surgical breakthrough. It wasn't some billionaire-funded longevity experiment in a laboratory somewhere. It was something so ordinary, so available, so completely free that most people walk past it every single day without a second thought. It was movement. Specifically, sustained, intentional physical.
In 1998, scientists Fred Gage and Peter Erickson published research that would permanently change the way neuroscience understood the human brain. Working with adult patients, they discovered something that the scientific community had insisted was impossible. New neurons were growing in adult human brains, actively. The brain was not fixed. It was alive in a way nobody had fully appreciated before. They called it neurogenesis. And exercise, they found, was one of the most powerful triggers of it. But here is where it gets personal, because this is not just a story about neurons. This is a story about you, about the version of you that exists right now, and the version of you that is still possible. The hippocampus is a small, curved structure buried deep inside your brain. It looks almost like a seahorse, and it is responsible for some of the most important things a human being can do: memory formation, spatial navigation, emotional regulation, the ability to learn something new and actually retain it. It is also one of the first structures to deteriorate with age, and it is the structure most dramatic.
Think about what that means for a moment. Not metaphorically, literally think about it. These were not children with developing brains. These were older adults whose hippocampi had been shrinking for years. And sustained aerobic exercise reversed that process. The mechanism behind this is a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Scientists sometimes call it miracle grow for the brain. And when you exercise, when your heart rate elevates and your body begins working, your brain begins producing BDNF in significantly higher quantities. BDNF does several things simultaneously. It promotes the survival of existing neurons, it encourages the growth of new ones, it strengthens the connections between them, and it enhances the speed and efficiency with which your brain processes and stores information. In practical terms, exercise makes you sharper, faster, more emotionally stable, more capable of learning, more resilient under pressure. Not as a side effect, as a direct biological consequence. But here is the part that most people miss entirely. The benefits are not just cognitive. They are psychological in ways that go far deeper than focus or memory. Exercise is one of the most powerful and consistent antidepressant ever studied. A Duke University study found that 30 minutes of aerobic exercise 3 times per week was as effective as antidepressant medication in treating major depressive disorder. Not slightly helpful, as effective. And the patients who exercised were significantly less likely to relapse 6 months later compared to the medication group. This is not an argument against medication. It is an argument for understanding what your body is actually capable of when you give it the conditions it was designed for.
Because something is missing. Exercise is not a biohack. It is not a performance optimization strategy for high achievers. It is the baseline condition your brain was built to operate inside of. The question is not whether exercise changes your brain. The science settled that question decades ago. The question is what you are going to do with that information today. Because your brain is not finished. It is waiting. Waiting for the signal that tells it to grow. waiting for the elevated heart rate, the sustained effort, the deliberate movement that triggers BDNF, that grows the hippocampus, that strengthens the neurons, that sharpens the mind, that stabilizes the mood, that changes the life. That signal is yours to send today. Subscribe for more contents relating to your health and physical need. Start today, and soon you will understand what it means to take control over your mind, body, and healthy. Share this video to anyone interested in advancing their health. Thanks for watching and staying up.